This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Rad Eagle has an interesting question. Arn, if you could go back in time and change one thing about your career, what would it be?
Oh God. I don't look back at anything I did as being a tragedy or a decision that was career altering. A lot of people feel like, hey, should you have stayed, in the WWF and gave it more of a chance and been there longer? And a lot of people question if should we have left Crockett in the middle of the Midnight Express angle? And they would have a point on both of those issues, but in this business, all you really have is your body of work and your word and the way you conduct your business to hang your hat on. And there comes a time in everybody's career, or most people's career, that you just have to say, I've done everything you've ever asked gladly, and I was thankful to be a part of the crew and part of your company, but there's a time to say no. And you have to know when that time is, because if you don't and test the waters to really see who you are and what you have left in the tank, whether that's in your mind or in the vision of whoever you're working for, if you don't say no at the proper time, you wished you had, and you still have to be a man. When everything is said and done and all the trappings and all the characters taken away, there's a man standing there. And as a man, you have to look after your family first and their needs. And when it all comes down to your ego doesn't really matter, but your manhood does. And you get to a point every now and then where you have to say, not doing it, and see what reaction you get. Sometimes it will help your career. Sometimes you'll be grabbing your bag, going out the back door, and terminated. You need to know when that time is. And only you knows when it is.
Berkeley Buff wants to know, who got your first Spinebuster?
Tim Horner.
Wow. Mikey D wants to know, if you could pick one aspect of your career that you would say was you at your best, would it be your selling, your promos, your work as an agent, some of your in-ring matches? What would you pick and why? I guess that's sort of an interesting thing. Like, if you had to put together a quote unquote resume, what's the bright spot? What's the characteristic that made you so special, do you think?
Knowing my role, being able to have a match with anybody, no matter who it was and where they were positioned on the pecking order, I think is recognizing, a guy like Bob Cook, who's there to get me over, but having the knowledge that Bob Cook throws as good a punch and is one of the better workers of his era. He just never got a break. And being able to fit that punch somewhere in a match where the audience had already given up and had folded their arms and was expecting this guy to get killed because that was his role, and to plug something into that match at a point where, damn, I didn't see that coming. Whoa, did you see that? Oh, God, he's going to get killed now. And maybe give him one more little ray of hope and stumbling block for me to overcome before poor Bob did take a shellacking. It was, that ability to recognize that TV time is critical and crucial. And if you just go out and pound a guy the entire time and it goes too long because your time constraints are 6-7 minutes, if you just eat a guy up, it diminishes your offense other than making you look more dominant, because it's like, shouldn't he have beat him by now? So the psychology that goes with all those decisions in the ring, I think, and maturity and knowing how much was enough or how much was too much, or when's the time to turn up the jets. All those things I think are as important as you have a longer career as anything else.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money, it's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.